Hey guys, it's Julie. As you can see, I am bundled up in my snuggie again. It is supposed to be, it's supposed to get down. Excuse me, it's supposed to get down to 1 degree tonight. Actually, probably colder than that because of the wind chill. Oh, by the way, a sponsor here. Not really, but um, these are the best things ever. They're ice, and they got like different kinds of they're like mixed with fruit juice mixed with like water and stuff. But these are awesome. This is lemonade and tea combined together, and it is the best thing ever. I've been drinking tons of these. So they're the best things. So go check them out. Anyway, as I was saying before my coughing fit, um, but yeah, we keep getting more snow, more and more and more snow all the time, and it's just crazy. I mean, it's almost March here in the next couple of days, and it is, yeah. Well, actually, 1 day from today. Um, so, and yeah, we're still having snow. So, which leads into my next little bit of news. Um, for I think I told you guys that my family is thinking about moving to Florida. Well, and it's funny because, the last time we all talked about this, my folks was like, oh, well, probably be in September sometime. And I'm thinking, okay, that'll give me plenty of time to, you know, to get things sorted and have a little bit of time. Well, I came home the other night and my sister was there to pick up my niece and everything. And so we're like, oh, by the way, we're gonna, you know, if Carrie goes, when Carrie goes down to Florida in March and checks everything out, if everything works out okay, she'll come back and be like, blah, 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 found the school, whatever. And then, they were like, so basically, we need to get ready, be ready to move by April or May. And I'm thinking, okay, from September to a couple months from now. It was just kind of like, bah, So, you can't really see at the present time, but I've been going through all my stuff. You notice all the stuff's gone from up there, except for my friend Amanda's mask that she bought when she was over here, which I have to ship that to her at some point. Gotta figure out how to ship a mask with the feathers and everything on without damaging it. But you can't really see, but I've got a tote here at my feet, and I've just been wrapping up all my breakable stuff, all my little knickknacks I don't really use. It's just mainly decorative stuff. And eventually I'm just going to have to get rid of all of it because I don't want to spend a huge ton of money shipping everything over to England. So, but yeah, and especially considering the fact that, from what I've heard and seen on House Hunters, by the way, that flats over in England are a heck of a lot smaller than, apartments and stuff here. So, if apartments and stuff over here in the States. And so, I got used to a much smaller space, which, whatever. I'm flexible. I live in the adventure of it anyway. But so, Anyway, so I've just been going through all my stuff, brought a couple boxes home with me from work, and I've been basically telling the warehouse guys to keep an eye out for me for any big boxes. The hardest part is going through all my books because I'm gonna have to probably get rid of almost all of them just because, like I said, you know, costs money to ship everything over. And, you know, and when we go to Florida now, we're supposedly renting this big, huge truck or U-Haul trailer to take everything down there, which is fine, except for the fact that, you know, like I said, I'm eventually thinking to the future when I move to England and, limited amount of space there. And so, I'll have that, And so trying to, trim the fat, so to speak. But it's really hard because I love to read and I love books and I hate getting rid of books, but it's okay. Plus, I also have the option of I can maybe take some of my books to the Half Price bookstore, which is my favorite place. Like a lot better than Barnes and Noble, just because number one, it's a lot more homey feeling. It's a lot more. You can actually sit and read and stuff like that. Like Barnes Noble, I always feel like I can't really do that. Like I have to just buy my books and and leave or whatever. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the process. Of course, it doesn't help with the experiences I had working at a Barnes and Noble. Of course, that one was out of Jordan Creek, and that one was, yeah, that's a whole rant for another day. So maybe when I get over to England, I'll tell you guys all about that when that's safely across the pond, and I don't have to worry about anybody saying, "Oh, you talked about this on the internet," blah 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 blah. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of lost track of where I was going with that, but anyway, so but yeah, so and I'm really excited because tomorrow, of course, is my day off. Um, and I'm gonna be Skyping with Keith at some point after he gets off of work and comes home and gets a bite to eat and all that. I try to give him a little bit of time to sit down and relax before I'm like, blah, let's do stuff. But it's been really cool. I mean, we've been sending private messages to each other on the forum that we both write for. And so we've been talking about, going traveling. We've been talking about going to, because he lives in like the south of England, but we're talking about like visiting London and seeing what's all up there. And I have a couple of friends, also online friends, who I haven't really talked to in quite a few years, but went and visited one of them when she lived in Vancouver, Canada for a year. And so that was a lot of fun. That was my very first experience, like flying by myself, going somewhere and staying by myself in a hotel and all that stuff. And that was a blast. That was like totally fun. And we just explored different things. I got to ride an elevator. I can't even remember how many floors it was, but I mean, it was like more than just 3 floors. Rode in a glass elevator up the side of this huge, tall skyscraper, and I didn't throw up, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm kind of going up on a tangent here, but so she and a couple other people that they were like the first friends that I actually made online. We all were in like a group together, So, and we found a Charmed forum, which is kind of funny. So I'm definitely a forum type person. I like making friends on forums and stuff. But anyway, so she's in London. Another friend from that same group is in London. Let's see who else. Oh, and several people from a few other people from I think a couple other people. One of the guys who was on the hero side lives in Wales. Another one, I can't remember where he lives, but he lives like in, I don't want to say Devon, but it's somewhere in that area. But anyway, so I mean that'd be fun because just all. Oh, and there's another girl who used to be really a part of the site, and she's kind of had to go off and do real life stuff, for a while. But she was just on like the other day, and so kind of cool. And so she lives there, and so I mean, it's just fun. It'd be a good experience. So it give me a chance to meet in person these people who I've written with, who I've chatted with in the C box. I've gotten to know, and I can actually get to know them in person. Also, we've been talking about going to Paris, and which has kind of been a dream of mine for years. I've always thought Paris would be really fun to go to and check out and stuff. Hang on, I'm getting another tickle. And here's the other weird thing, just kind of jump to another topic. Give me one second. So what happens is, the dangerous part, or dangerous, I say, the bad part about babysitting my niece is that, well, she goes to preschool now, and so she gets germs from the kids there and stuff, or she'll come down with something, and then she likes to share it with the rest of us. And so my mom's been fighting off a sore throat, headache, that kind of thing. And not sure Dad's gotten it yet or not, but it's like, and I thought I was coming down with something, but so far the only thing that I have is an occasional cough, along with, it's not like a sore throat, but it's like a tickle, and I get those occasionally sometimes anyway, where I'll be sitting there and all of a sudden it's like, I'll just start coughing and I can't stop. It used to drive me crazy because it would always happen when I was in school and when I was in high school, and I'd be sitting there, taking a test or something, or in study hall where you had to be kind of quiet, and I'd always just start coughing, and I'd have to get an excuse and go get a drink of water from the fountain. And yeah, so not fun. And it's just annoying. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just annoying as heck. So anyway, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth here, and I do apologize about that, but I just haven't had much of a chance to really pop on and tell you guys what's been going on. So my brain is kind of going at like 100 miles an hour, and I'm just kind of like, and so work's been kind of going on the upside again. It's been going a little bit better, and the thing that's coming up here is we're doing inventory, and apparently this is all going to take place on Sunday. So, and apparently people are taking like different shifts on Sunday. I'm not entirely sure how that's working or whatever. But anyway, so apparently the plan is that me and the other two AP people, the two guys who do the AP job, plus everybody else who's up front, like cashiers, people who do customer service, people who do the store pickup. Apparently, we're all taking the 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift on Sunday night through Monday morning. And then I have to be back at work at 10 a.m. on Monday and work till 4:30. So you can understand how I'm going to be coming home on Monday evening, probably eating dinner, and then just not doing anything for the rest of the night. I just probably won't even like post or anything. I'll probably just be like, I am crashing. I am just going to be like, you know, it's just crazy. Well, and else consider, I mean, I've been working so hard lately on going through my stuff and trying to, trying to determine what am I gonna keep, what am I gonna get rid of. I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff, and which is good. And then I've also got, of course, Ultimate Journey. And I tell you, the funny thing is, I procrastinate like heck because on this, because I haven't read through the whole chapter yet. I'm trying to get through that tonight, and then that way, hopefully, Friday and Saturday, I can do the actual homework, which is just the questions and writing a letter and all that. Other than that, I mean, I've just been really busy lately, and it's only gonna get busier, especially now that I'm like, okay, I have to be ready to go by April or May of this year. It's like, okay. And it's funny because I know I've been complaining about, the fact that, I have to wait until September. I thought I had to wait until September, and not sure about whether I want to keep my job at Best Buy or whether when. Well, this makes that decision a lot easier because I'm not gonna quit this job and then go do something else for 2 months or a month and a half or whatever. So makes that decision easier for me. But anyway, oh, and that's exciting because I've been going around telling people and sharing the good news and all that. And so, I don't know. Well, and Keith is still trying to look up some information as to what kind of visa I'm going to need when I'm over there in England. Can I, do I, because apparently there's different kinds. There's a partner visa where I can just be his partner and, you know, and be like, and be along with him. Or there's a work visa, and so and I'm not even sure if I'm going to need one right away or if that's something I can apply for once I'm over there. But anyway, so we're trying to figure that out and everything. And then he's been really busy lately too. So that makes it kind of difficult. And so, but hopefully this weekend we'll both be able to get caught up on some of this stuff. And I also have to do my taxes. I haven't done those yet. And so I'm hoping to get a pretty decent refund on that. And most of that is going to be going straight into my savings account, except, of course, for what I'd like to do is, depending on how much I get, because I'm still trying to put money into savings, because I've got like 850 something as of right now tucked away, and I like to, I tried to put like 100, but this past time I wasn't able to because I was kind of off on my on my estimations of bills and everything. But the nice thing is that I've edited my budget. It's currently hanging up there on my desk so that I can take a look, so I can look at it and remind myself. But I have like bills to pay tomorrow. I've got to go out and get cash. For like spending money, I've got to get a couple things at Walgreens, that kind of stuff. And so, but other than that, so I just lost track of where I was going with that. Anyway, but yeah, so I have a lot of stuff to do, and like I said, I'm going to be Skyping with Keith probably around 11 o'clock. So I'm probably going to have to go to bed here pretty soon because I do want to get up at a decent enough time so I can get ready, so I can look good, and all that, and so that I can run to the bank, get cash, do anything, do whatever else I need to do. I should probably go to Walgreens and pick up those the two toiletry type items I need. And then get back here in enough time to, Plus, well, she'll be here, my niece will be here, and so I'll be needed to help out with that too. Trying to think what else. It's just hard. It's just hard to go through all your stuff and just be like, do I really need this? And I'm a pack rat. I'll admit that. No, you don't have to twist my arm in order to admit that. But my issue is, I have to cut a lot of the fat out because, you know, I mean, going down to Florida, and here's the other thing, and I don't know, the thing is I have less room once we go down to Florida because we're all going to be, they don't have basements there, obviously, because, most everything is either close enough to the beach or on sand, and so you don't want to, have a basement on shifting sand. So, which reminds me of a song I used to sing when I was a kid, but I won't get into that now. But yeah, so both have a basement, so I might have like a loft or something. I don't know. But anyway, you know, so we're looking into what kind of a house we want to get, and we're trying to get like a 4-bedroom type, so that we all can have our own bedroom or whatever. And it's exciting. It's exciting to think about, but at the same time, it's a little scary because it's like, yeah, And there's also the thought in my head of, do I want to do this? Do I want to move all the way down to Florida and then move to England? Or do I want to just move to England? And so, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the deal is with that. But, decisions to make and stuff. But as right now, it's just basically mainly preparing, going through a lot of stuff, throwing stuff out, deciding, okay, what am I going to do with these books? Because we're planning on having a garage sale once the snow finally stops. Hopefully it'll stop really soon. But once the snow stops and, things get relatively decent, we're going to have a big garage sale here. Do I want to save all my stuff and put it in the garage sale? Do I want to try to take some of my books to Half Price Bookstore? Do I want to take some of my DVDs, VHS tapes, that kind of thing? And there's a lot of stuff to go through, you know what I mean? So, a lot of decisions to make on, like, what to do, And that's fun, there's all that stuff. All that stuff is cool. But yeah, so And what I might do is the next time I'm actually going through some of my things, I might actually vlog it and show you guys like what I'm going through. Like, I don't know if you can see, but see where my vanity table is, well, kind of going through my stuff on there, and then there's those two pictures on there. One of them used to be on that little table that's over by my window, and the other one used to be right up here on my desk. Well, I basically moved those and stuff, and so, but that's what I've been doing, is basically going through all my breakable stuff and being like, I definitely know I need to get rid of most of that because it's breakable, you know. I mean, even if I take it down to Florida with me, I still will eventually have to get rid of it altogether. So, anyway, that's my little topic of conversation for tonight, and so hopefully things will go smoothly, and hopefully once Carrie gets back from Florida and she'll have discovered, number one, yes, this is where she wants to go. Number two, she'll have found a school for both herself and my Nate and Shay. And hopefully she'll be like, I really want to do this. And so, and then it will be up to me to decide from that point, do I want to go down and join everybody? Or do I want to just go to England and, so, I don't know. It's decisions, right? So, and of course, like I said, we're trying to figure out about the visa, and I need to get a passport. Matter of fact, that's why I'm planning on saving part of my money from my tax refund and hopefully applying that towards the passport. And I'm hoping that I can get that done relatively soon, especially considering how supposedly it takes like 3 months to do a passport. Which, if that's the case, and we're moving that soon, I might wait until I go down to Florida and get the passport. Maybe. We'll have to see. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on in my life right now. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And you might see me again. You might see me again later on this weekend, maybe. Just kind of depends on what's going on. It definitely helps to do these vlogs because, it definitely helps to be able to be like, just talk about stuff, to just be like, this is what's going on, this is what I'm worried about, this is, and it's kind of nice because I'm not really worried about anything right now. It's just kind of kind of get the news out, get the excitement out, and everything. So, well, guys, I will talk to you later, probably pretty soon, and have a good night.